Let's move on. Let's review your knowledge about telling time. Okay, so before we jump into it, right here, let's first talk about the two kinds of clock. Okay, we have two kinds of clock, which is the analog clock. Okay, this one right here, or the traditional clock, what we have, or the digital clock, what we have on our phones. Okay, and also in other devices. All right, so the analog clock has the two arms. The longer arms is what we call the minute arm, and the shorter one is called the hour hand. Okay, so as you can see here, the analog clock is divided into two parts, in halves actually. So, and all the numbers on the right has 5 minutes value. Okay, so 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, so on and so forth. Okay, now if you're being asked to tell the time, and the hour clock and the hour clock and the minute hand, or the hour hand, is pointing right here, you'd say 5 past, 10 past. You'll use past. Okay, and then once the minute hand is pointing right here, you'd say quarter past. All right, now once the minute hand is pointing here, you'll say half past. Okay, then it would change when it passes this threshold right over here. You'll change from past to 2. Okay, when the minute hand is pointing here or here, you'll say 25-2, and followed by wherever the hour hand is pointing next. And then once it is pointing here, you'll say quarter 2. Right, so we'll do more practice about it. Please remember that we use at plus time when giving time of a specific event. For example, the class starts at 9 o'clock, okay? Or the flight leaves at 10 to 3. What do you mean by this? At 10 minutes to 3 o'clock, okay? But you could write it shorter like this. All right, so next, we use it, is, or its to answer a question that asks for time right now. For example, I ask you, what time is it? You could answer, it is 4:30. Or you could say, what's the time? You could answer, it's 20 to 5. 20 minutes to 5 o'clock. Right? So, let's move on. Now, how do we convert 12-hour to 24-hour clock system? So that's what we are going to review today. All right, so in 24-hour system, when the time is 11:30, lower than 12, 11 is lower than 12, yeah? So then it's still AM as its counterpart for the 12 clock system. When the time is like this, 13 is higher than 12, yeah? So the conversion to the 12-hour clock system is PM, or post meridian. Okay? Now, in 24-hour system, each hour is denoted by numbers to avoid confusion. So for me, I guess the 24 clock system is better than the 12-hour clock system, because if the number is more than 12, meaning it's PM already, you don't have to like, when is your flight leaving? It's 6. 6 what? 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. So it's clear when the person said, "Oh, your plane is leaving like 1430 hours." So it means it's 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon already. Okay? Are we cool? Still okay? All right. So how to convert 12-hour to 24-hour? I have two examples right over here. So For example, it's 4 p.m. All right, how do we convert that to 24-hour clock system? So it's easy. All we need to do is to add 12 to 4. So 4 plus 12 equals 16. Yeah, so the time is 1600 hours. Again, I repeat, the time is 4 p.m. in 12-hour 12 clock system. In 24 clock system, it's 1600 hours. Cool? Okay, very good. Now, how about this? For example, the time is 8:15 or 15 minutes past 8 or a quarter past 8 in the evening. So all you need to do is to add 12 to 8. 8 plus 12 equals 20. By the way, this is math. This is not math. I mean, this is still English, but we're trying to, I'm trying to teach you with how to tell time. So don't get confused. This is not math. This is still English with Teacher Chris. All right. So 15 from here remains the same. You don't have to touch about it or touch that. So the time is 20 hundreds 15 hours. Again, 8:15 in 12 clock system. And to convert it to 24-hour clock system, it would become 2015 hours. So far, so good? All right. All right, so now this time let's try to reverse it. All right, so instead of 12-hour to 24-hour, let's try to convert 24-hour clock system to 12-hour clock system. So right here, our first example, we have 1900 hours. All right, so how do we do that? So instead of adding 12 hours this time, we are going to deduct or minus 12 hours. All right, so 19 minus 12 is 7. So the time is 7 p.m. So since 19 is greater than 12, so we have p.m. So the time is, it's 7 o'clock in the evening. All right. So right over here we have 1436 or 1436 hours. So we have 14 minus 12 equals 2. So since 36 right over here is past 30, we shift from using past to 2 instead. So we deduct 16 minutes less 36 minutes is equals to 24 minutes. Then we add 1 to the actual hour. So if you want to read it simply, it goes like 2:36 p.m. But if we wanted to write in a more formal way, it's 24 minutes to 3. Why? Because 1 plus 2 is 3 in the afternoon. Again, it's 24 minutes to 3 in the afternoon. All right.